Hey everyone, so now we're going to jump into the Similes and Metaphors section just like we did yesterday. This lesson's very similar. We're going to look at another quote from our book, The Hope Chest, and we're going to decide if it's a simile or metaphor. So let's do a really quick review on simile and metaphor. So a simile is something that compares one thing to something very different to make a very vivid description. So the example from the text yesterday, we had two. We had, she looked more like a very ancient tree that Myrtle knew of. So she was comparing the lady to an ancient tree using the word like, which made it a simile. And then there was this one here. How I was sold and willed and bartered about like so much livestock. So again, my dog, comparing like to or using the word like to compare how she was sold and bartered like livestock. Okay, so now what I want you to do is I would like for you to turn to page 98 if you have your text. If you don't, I'm going to pull it up right here. And we're just reading this first paragraph here on this page. So it says, the train climbed steeply up into what Miss Dexter said, when she started speaking again, were the Blue Ridge Mountains. But darkness had fallen, and the only thing Violet could see out the window was the reflection of the inside of the fallen train car. Two long rows of passengers, mostly women, on red mohair-covered seats, surrounded by their handbags, hot boxes, picnic baskets, valises, and travel pillows. So I want you to think about the, right here, let me find my pencil, this phrase right here, but darkness had fallen. And the only thing Violet could see out the window was the reflection of the train car, two long rows of passengers, mostly women on red mohair-covered seats, surrounded by their handbags, blah, 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 blah. But the one I want you to focus on is darkness had fallen. So I want you to think about what happens when something falls. Something falls. It hits the ground, right? Something falls, or you fall. Can darkness fall? I don't know. So the answer is no, right? Darkness can't fall. You know that when darkness had fallen, the sun goes away. So the sky goes from daylight to darkness slowly. Okay? So my big question is, this is comparing darkness, the outside, it being dark, to something falling. Okay? So my question is this a simile or a metaphor? Use the clues we used yesterday. Does it have the words as or like? Or does it just describe something with words it isn't connected to? Is it a simile or a metaphor? All right, good. It is a metaphor. If you put simile, that's okay. We're still learning. There's no like or as, and it's just describing something by saying it pretty bluntly. Darkness had fallen. Can darkness fall? Not really, but it's saying it is, and you know what it means, and it's a metaphor.